Hey everybody. Alan and I are going to make this quick today, and we were discussing my trade in Google this morning, and
And
given
how he used the 5-minute box.
and exactly how you use the 5 minute bar. And first, what I'm going to show you on Google, because someone has mentioned it before, what they refer to as Fibonacci levels. You basically take a and a low swing, and then it calculates this is a 50% drop. This is a 61% drop. This is 100% of that drop. And this 50 to 61% is referred to as the accumulation zone, or AZ. And if you notice, we kind of came down to this 61% level and bounced. So I think Google's on the way back up. But and I'm going to get rid of this drawing because we see this in my 5 minute level, and I don't want to confuse you with that drawing with that price level. So I traded Google this morning. And why did I trade Google this morning? Because Google was one of the first to trigger long at 8:40 or 9:40 Eastern. In addition, it had an opening candle of 0.57%, meaning this is a relatively small candle. This is the candle that triggered. Okay. I got in here and I was in I want to say the 135 calls. Now, my problem or my, I'm trying to think of my issue with trading, or my problems have now become my exit, because I saw this candle and it kind of spooked me out. So I made 5 over 30, 1/6, which is probably like 15%. If I go map that 135 call, and it's trading at 43.46. It's trading at the close today. It's trading for more than I got stopped out on. See, that's my problem, is the stop. So I'm going to set up this chart, and then we're going to go back and we're going to look at what triggers you out. I just want today's 5 minute. And I can maximize this. So, like I said, I got in at 8:43-ish, which was right about here, and it's trading. I think I got in at 30.31. Now we did break below it that very next 5 minutes, but if you notice, 31, it got to a high of 83. That's more than a double. So like I said, Alan and I have been chatting on what gets you out of the trade once you get in, based on the 5 minute rule. And let me get back to GOOG on the 5 minute. So you get in this candle, okay, because your candle is above this 5 minute high. Basically, what you do is you raise, and I can't move that blue line because it's part of a study. So now, and let's extend the left. Let's make it dashed so we don't. This now becomes your stop. Next 5 minute candle, I got to activate this. This becomes your stop. Okay. And if you notice, you're basically putting your stop at the low of the 5 minute candle, of the next 5 minute candle. And you don't get out until you close below that 5 minute low. I'm going to maximize, or activate this. So here's the low. We didn't close above it. Here's the low. We didn't close above it. Here's the low. This is where this candle stops you out. Okay. 925. So that's kind of, you know, and Alan and I chat before we do this video, and I wanted to immediately address this because, like I said, it's an issue for me. I don't know if it's an issue for you. But you know, I could have, you know, when I bought that option at 31, I could have held it to the end of the day and been in a better position than I was at this trigger or this stop out.
How about the top of the mountain there? You would have made out real well there.
And you notice what time that is? That's 10-ish, 10:30. Well, 10-ish. So yeah, imagine that. And that's where that option hit 83. Use the 5-minute app, letting you know when triggers occur. And then basically keep setting your stop up. And depending on how aggressive you are, and that's the thing, the more aggressive you are, the more lenient you're going to be on your stops, because the underlying premise that we're going on is that when it breaks the 5-minute high, it continues to trade upwards until you get those critical times of like 10:30. I think 1:30 is a specific time.
Now, to go to that, there's two other factors, and this you got to put in your rules. And I was going through Brian in terms of the rules of trading. So first of all, when you have two large bars that meet at the top, we call that a double top. That's what Oliver Velez talks about. That is a signal or a rule to get out. You notice it never did that the whole time there, Brian. You
Right,
never
yeah.
had a double top with two large bars till you got to the top. That's a rule. It doesn't matter. That's telling you it's the end. Get out. The other rule is when you get to a whole number, if that number is 100, 99, 98, these are hard stops is what we call them. It takes 3 times as much force to break through a hard stop. So that's an area that you technically want to go ahead and be out of, because you have only a 30% chance of breaking through that top, that hard number.
Well, and in addition, those numbers are kind of tested, because if you look here at 131, you know, we broke above it and then we retested it. We retested below it and then continued upwards. 132, you know, you have these red candles that go below it and then you again break above it again. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind as well. So yeah, like I said, I thought that was valuable. Because really what we're trying to do is to get everyone to understand this 5-minute rule, use the app to be able to tell you what stocks have broke above or below it, and use those as your trading ones. So,
well, can you bring up 3M? You'll see it the other way on 3M today.
Triple M.
Yeah.
103. Look at that. It got above 103. Let me set.
But you see, you got a double top on the bottom again to get you out of that put trade.
Right
Follow me?
here.
You will never be successful unless you develop rules. The thing is, if the rule is not to hold this. This is a short-term solution to make maximum gains without going ahead and holding on to a stock. You don't want to be a stockholder. You want to go ahead and be a money maker.
Right. Yeah. Right,
So
exactly.
key
I
thing
mean,
is that the reason we're doing this is we're putting together a rule. You have to follow rules. I learned a long time ago. If you go ahead and trade and you lose, it's because you broke your rules. The reason people lose is because they have no rules. They go by feelings. And Brian
and
will tell you,
emotion. Yeah.
you don't win on feelings. You don't get, if you get spooked or if you get fearful, you're never going to win because it's only the way your brains work.
Yeah. Okie doke.
Now you had to
Even
take,
though,
Brian. I'm gonna let you go. You're the bomb. Great job. And he's going to be documenting these rules, and we're going to put it together. Maybe in my next book, I'll dedicate a chapter to Brian. So we'll see how it goes.
I think I think I have a, and is it a Twitter? No, maybe it's a Facebook post. I think I have a Facebook post in your second book. So somewhere.
Oh,
So yeah, move up
I
to a
got a
chapter.
third book
So
coming out, but I can't tell you guys what it is because I got to get it trademarked and copyrighted first. So yeah.
right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like I said, so this is a short one. I've got after school activities to take care of. Alan's busy.
Well, it was
Um,
important because it was to the point, and we talked about how to get out of these trades. So that's a good thing.
yes, definitely. Yeah, and kind of, establishing these rules as far as getting in and getting out. So I hope this was helpful. It was definitely helpful for me. Um, I think my big thing is to not trade emotionally. Um, not trade on feelings. So with that, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Coming up close to Christmas. Happy St. Nick's for Nick for those of you that celebrate that. My kids are excited because it's one more time to get a gift. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.